There is a saying that if we fail to take charge of our population size, nature will do it for us. This may be the case of Nigeria, a nation with an estimated population of over 200 million, an annual growth rate of 2.7%. The implication of this development is that Nigeria may soon overtake the United States to become the third most populous country in the world by 2050 if the growth rate is not curtailed. Some observers see the population growth trend as worrisome, especially as the nation is presently categorized as the poverty capital in the world, with over 9.3 million persons living below the poverty line. This, no doubt, may not be far from reasons behind several campaigns and sensitization campaign by the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, on child rights violation in the country. On one of its sponsored media dialogues in Enugu, Dr. Chidebere Ezenwa of the Enugu State University of Science and Technology indicated several ways poverty as a result of overplotted population aids child rights violation in the country.
Because the family is so large, larger than the economy of the family would carry. Do you understand? Yeah. Some of these children will not go to school because they don't have the capacity to take them to school, even though they said school is compulsory and free at primary and first 3 years of secondary education. But there are some other hidden costs. Government will not buy sandals for them. Government will not give them food. Government will not buy uniform. Government will not buy sandals. There are a lot of things that government will not do that the parents will have to do. So you see that such large families will find it difficult to carry along. And in that case, the right will be denied.
The university don, however, called for more advocacy on the part of government and the media as a possible way out of the quagmire.
If the advocacy is enough, that means that the issue of ignorance that I raised wouldn't have come up. Because the issue of ignorance is so glaring, so clear when we look at all these issues. Like now, we are here to talk about sustainable development goals and the rights of the child. And when you look at all these goals from beginning till the end, you see the role of ignorance. That means that we need to do our advocacy focusing on each of these roles.
Federal government, on its part, is not relenting in its efforts to address the challenge as seen in its recent call for birth control measures.
A factor that will support policy goal realization is accelerating the implementation of fertility control interventions, improving family planning and childbirth spacing to scale up meaningful control of our population growth rate and also support our economic growth rate.
It is expected that the commitment of relevant stakeholders, including the government, will complement efforts by UNICEF and other development partners to provide preventive and response interventions for children who are victims of or at risk from violence, abuse, neglect, and exploitation through strengthened child protection systems. CNN News.